Bum, 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 bum. All right, there we go. Let's get on into it. For now, yeah, we're just gonna hide that. Okay, best of 5. Qualifying match. Winner makes it in, loser goes home. Spawning down in the bottom left position. Representing the Shopify Rebellion, it is Scarlett. In the blue. And her opponent, spawning up in the top right, representing the Freak of Freaks, it is Armani. In the red. This is such an important one. Both of these players really want to make it into the main tournament. And it's not going to be easy. Not going to be easy. This is a very important situation for these two players. By the way, Mana going to be 2-0ing Estrella and 3-0ing Gerald to make it into the qualifying, to qualify. So Mana qualifies for both the TSL 8 and the King of Battles 2. Yo, let's go, Mana. Great stuff. Both players, by the way, are going to be opening up Hash Gas Pool. Ooh, looks like Trigger does get knocked out by Petit Drogo. Meanwhile, we've got Cham and Prince going at it in the lower bracket, the losers round 3. Winner of that will face off against Estrella. Oh, is Petit Drogo, is this going to be a situation where, okay, so here's a nightmare scenario for NA. Scarlett loses this series, and then Petit Drogo beats Trigger, knocks him out. Beats Estrella, knocks him out. Beats Scarlett, knocks her out. Knocks all 3 NA hopes out of today's bracket. He's already knocked out Trigger, and Estrella is potentially astride his path. God, that would be so sad if that were to happen. It is going to be speed coming in for both players. We do see Scarlett going to be adding on a couple of additional Zerglings here. And both players are going to be going for the Baneling Nest. We do have her moving forward. She will see her opponent's Bane Nest and will just barely escape on out. No, the one Zergling. God, that was like, it like chomped on Scarlett's Zergling right there. It like took a bite out of it. Armani, a little bit late on his Overlord. So he's a little bit late to add on additional drones. We do see Scarlett trying to look around for additional Zerglings of her opponent. Lane speed will complete. And she just wants to see if Armani is popping out any additional units. And he is, but not too many. It is going to be an Evo Chamber coming on down. This is just a more of a defensive measure from Armani than anything. Scarlett, she's going to add on 10 more Zerglings of her own, but she's already up in drones a little bit. Armani, though, will start to drone, and this is just the ebb and flow of early game ZvZ. Both of them building enough Zerglings to not die if their opponent were going for an all-in. Ooh, I do like this from Armani, though. Could potentially slip these into the natural expansion. If Scarlett's not paying attention, she could lose so many drones. She's going to be starting to move forward here on this third base. Both players have defensively morphed in 2 Banelings. Oh, man. The Banelings from Armani going to try and come in. Scarlett not paying attention. She will try and pull her Banes back. Oh, the larva will go down. Oh, only 2 drones, though. But killing the larva is actually really nice. Like, actually a very nice move. But Scarlett, she's going to equalize the drones killed with her own little... well, she's going to get 1 drone. Nice pull away from Armani on the second one. Actually, hold the phone. Ooh. Looks like Scarlett actually comes out ahead. little bit. She's actually up 6 drones right now, and she's droning like crazy. But oh no, Armani, he's going for a big all-in. Did not get a layer. He is getting the +1 missile. It's a bit of a fake in Scarlett. She is trying to go up into Muta. She's getting +1 melee. She needs like 3 spines. No, she needs like 5 spines. Her Roachborn is so late. Armani is going to force the trigger on that Baneling. Oh god, this is such a bad scenario for Scarlett. She is in so much trouble. Oh, and the Baneling's getting on top of this drone line. They will find 6 of those Zerglings. And now, as she sees the Roaches with this Overlord, she starts up 2 spines. She needs more than that. She needs way more than that. This is going to be very tough. Oh, and she sees a huge Baneling morph at the front. She's going to have to morph in a bunch more Banelings defensively. She doesn't have a Spire on the way yet, but make no mistake, that is her intent. Zerglings are going to try and run on forward. Oh, they get a huge connection on Scarlett's Zerglings. We will see both Spine Crawlers. Oh, well, one of them going down, but a couple of Queens very far off creep. Scarlett needs to get some connections on her opponent's Banes, but oh no, she loses almost all the Banes right there. And Roaches are going to pop out for Scarlett, but she is just going to get overwhelmed in this game number 1. Yeah, Gigi is going to get called. She was not prepared for the Hatch Tech all-in from Armani. Oh, that is a tough scenario. That is a very, very tough scenario. And now we're seeing a Game 1 victory for Armani. Going up 1-0 in the series. By the way, we're above now 6,400 followers. We broke through that and actually kind of blew past it. So thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Bum, 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 bum. Scarlett just taking her time. Between games. Needing a moment, it would seem. So I wonder who will be the player that qualifies through the lower bracket. That is my question. That is my question. Yes, Scarlett in blue. That does, yeah. It's literally in the name. She should most definitely be in red, it feels. Feels like. So anyway, I started blasting. ZvZ is a little bit weird. It is a bit of a weird matchup. It is tough to sometimes understand exactly what's happening. Because of the explosive nature of production, you can get so many units out so quickly thanks to larva injects. It can really just be difficult to make the correct call a lot of the time. All right, we're going to be getting into game number 2 on Pride of Alteris. Armani currently up 1-0. Here we go. Game number 2 spawning down in the bottom right position of Pride of Alteris. It is Shopify Rebellion's Scarlett. In the blue. And her opponent. Spawning up in the top left, representing the Afrika Freaks. He's Armani. In the red. Does take a bit of a sneaky win in that first game. Neither player, by the way, going for early aggression. No 12 pool. Nothing too surprising about that. I wonder if we'll see the gold bases come into play on this map. I actually am surprised by how minimally we've seen gold bases on this map come into play. It's one of the most protected gold bases we've ever seen. Like, there's nowhere behind the mineral line, except maybe here and here, that can be hit by basic units. And even then, I feel like only Hellions can hit that location. And even then, it's like, maybe not. It's 6 or it's 8 mineral patches. Like, your economy gets so explosive so quickly. I'm just very surprised, you know? I'm very surprised we haven't seen more usage of it. And I would really like to. I would really like to. Both players are going to be going for the later overlords here. Not getting them right at, what would it be, like 20? Yeah, right at 20 supply, going up to a little bit later. So, yeah, it's not a big deal. But it is something to sneak out a drone or two extra. Scarlett going to be going for the 32 supply, third hatch. Armani going for the 30 supply, third hatch. Very minimal differences, nothing too crazy. But what we will be seeing is probably more Ling Bane aggression. Armani is going to be going for that. Scarlett has not yet thrown that down. Baneling Nest, that is. And she does throw it down now, but delays it a little bit. Not a crazy amount. Armani, though, may think there's no Bane Nest. And, oh, he's building 4 more Zerglings. Is he going to try and get aggressive? I don't think so, but he might put on a little bit of pressure. No, these are just defensive Zerglings. Yeah, he's just playing defensive. Yeah, the people who are fans of StarCraft are big fans of StarCraft. Okay, never mind, hold that thought. Armani is getting very aggressive here. He thinks that Scarlett skipped this Baneling Nest. He's going to try and get a kill on this third base. Scarlett going to find these Zerglings that were intending to morph into Banes. And will be able to prevent them from doing so. Armani is kind of hiding his Zerglings here. This is kind of cool, but it also is going to put him into an all-in situation. Now, that being said, Scarlett, she's building a lot of drones right now. Oh, man. This is very difficult. Okay, she sees the Zerglings moving with her own Zerglings and will morph a bunch of extra defensive Banes. She's getting a layer as well. Oh, wow. She's going for, like, almost a 2-base Muta, even though she's on 3-base, 3-hatch. Armani, he's really committing to this. Oh, he's going to lose quite a few Zerglings here. Doesn't have any Banelings to morph aggressively. Oh, there we go. They are going to come into the natural expansion. Scarlett, oh, will she be able to prevent the Baneling connection? No, she will not. Oh, 9 drones go down. And that's because she is getting attacked heavily at the front. Oh, man, this is looking... Oh, no! Ooh, huge Baneling detonation. Connecting on a lot of those Zerglings. Scarlett having a very rough go of things right out of the gate in game number 2. She did not see this coming. And Pride of Alteris, you look at the map, you feel like it's a big map. It's not that big of a map. It's not that big. I do like that Armani kept that one Baneling alive. He is continuing to flood units, by the way. Scarlett is actually still up in workers. Oh, nice transfuse. Let's keep that clean alive. Ooh, the Banelings, though, they are going to be able to not get huge connections. Scarlett with a nice defensive Baneling right there. We do see the Banelings morphing in from Armani, but Scarlett's going to be able to stabilize. At least for the moment, both players are continuing to just flood Ling Bane. Armani going to try and sneak some Banelings into the main base. Not going to be able... Oh, hold on. No, not going to be able to. Meanwhile, Scarlett is starting to drone here. Does she have... She did finish her layer. And she starts a Spire. She had the gas to start a Spire. She does spot these Banelings trying to morph on in. She's got Banelings defensively at this base. Will get some really nice defensive connections. Oh, man, taking out a lot of those Banes for just 2 of her own. 5 Banes going down. She's going to try and deny some of these additional Banes. Will be able to deny all of them. Yes, she does. Very well handled from Scarlett. I can tell you I would have been dead as a doornail by now. but Scarlett has held on, and she's continuing to drone. This is a little bit dicey. She doesn't have any spine crawlers. She does still have a lot of queens defensively. Oh, almost getting a big connection with those banelings. She's got to be really careful right here. Does need to pull the drones. Oh, her own banelings. Well, they actually trap the Zerg. No, they don't. Armani slips on through, but the banelings of Armani are not getting what they need to done, and Scarlett is going to be able to hold once again, adding on more defensive banes. And if she holds right now and gets up to even 1 Muta, the game is basically over unless she takes critical drone damage in the next, you know, very short, I would say next, like, minute. She does have enough money for 2 Mutas. Ooh, Armani is continuing to just flood on in. Oh, the banelings getting a huge detonation on Scarlett's Zerglings, and she's actually going to lose 5 drones right here. Meanwhile, the banelings in a natural, well, one of them will finish on up, does get an okay connection. Scarlett does not have any Banes at the top of her natural ramp, which will create a problem for her. Her drones are going to have to be pulled. She does target fire down that Baneling, will take it on out, and now 2 Mutas are in production. We're seeing the Queens being forced away from that base. Scarlett still has a very large worker lead. Oh, but the Lings are starting to become a real problem for her. She is kind of breached. This Baneling, oh my god, it could... Okay, Scarlett pulls away, still losing 9 drones, but she is still up 4 workers. Armani has not stopped the aggression. He is all in, all in, all in. Scarlett does snipe down the Bane before it can get a connection on the drones. She is now behind in workers, but she's so far ahead in tech. Ooh, but if she loses that 3rd base, Armani is just creating so much chaos. He's flooding so many Zerglings in so many places, and will kill off Scarlett's 3rd base. And now he can actually macro. He actually can macro. Scarlett, in one sense, this is almost a good thing because now she only has to defend 1 base. But in every other sense, in all of the actual senses, it's a horrible situation. She does have the Muta advantage, which is, you know, very, very good. Ooh, Baneling's going to try and come in on the right side. Scarlett, oh, where'd the Mutas get to? Oh, they got to get in on top of here. Oh, the drones are in duress. Get them out of there, Scarlett, but she will be able to split not too badly. Losing 10 more drones, though, and now Armani is, I would say, firmly ahead. Oh, Scarlett, not like this. She held for so long, in such good ways. But now Armani has kind of taken control. Oh, and he's going to lock a lot of these Zerglings in here. The Mutas will help out. There's only 3 on the map, though. And Armani, he is droning hard. He's getting spores. Does he go for his own Mutas? Or does he just go for, like, a Ling Queen push? A Ling Queenie build? We are going to see a layer coming down. He can go for just Queen Ling Nidus. Oh, man. Scarlett was so close to holding for so long. God, once those Mutas came out, I thought for sure she was going to have that one, but not quite. Armani created so much chaos, sent Zerglings in so many locations. She never took absolute game-ending damage. But it was a tough scenario. That's a lot of Zerglings here for Armani. That's too many for Scarlett to deal with. Armani doing such a good job right now with these units. We are going to see the Mutas pushing this back. Scarlett finally adding on more. She's getting her +1 flyer attacks as well. Main bases for both players are getting very low on minerals. Scarlett, she really needs that 3rd base, and she was kept off of it for a very, very long time just with the remaining Zerglings that Armani had. And now we're seeing that Nidus Worm coming on in. We're going to see a big Queen Nidus play. The only thing is that for Armani, he only has this 1 Overlord on the map. But if it can drop a Nidus Worm on the right here, that could be a game-winning play. And Armani hid that a while ago. God, look, 45 drones have gone down in this game. Is Armani going to try and drop it? He's got the vision. He doesn't even need to move it. We will see an Overlord getting sent forward here. And we're also seeing an Overseer coming in on the left side. How many Queens are there? There's 9 Queens versus soon. It's going to be 14 Mutas with +1 attack. And there's no upgrades on the Queen. So that's actually something that's very good for Scarlett. No +1 melee on her Zergling, so she's not going to be able to, like, outfight her opponent's queens with Lings. God, the Lings of Armani have been such a nightmare to deal with. We are going to see this Overseer getting taken on down, but here comes the Nidus Worm. This is a fake Overseer. Oh man, Scarlett's in so much trouble, but does she find this? Yes, she does. She does find this. Okay, that is huge. The Queens are going to try and get on out of here, but they will get pushed away. Oh man, Scarlett was actually about to abandon that position. She was about to accept that just could not be held. We are going to see the Roaches coming on in to the natural expansion Banelings. They're not going to try and go for them. Scarlett's going to get a lot of free Roaches here. She is going to morph in a bunch of Banes. I actually love the Banes to try and bust the Queens. She will hold this hatchery. And I think she needs to go back to mining from it. God, that's so many Queens right now with so much energy. 14 Queens versus 21 Mutas. We are going to see the Lings and Banes trying to get on in. The Mutas with a +1 attack are absolutely chewing through these Queens. But the Roaches are going to come into the natural expansion. However, Scarlett is going to clean this up, at least initially. But she will be forced back into the natural expansion. These are not +1 missile Roaches. So Scarlett can actually hold here. Lings are going to be much more effective than they normally should. And I'm actually starting to kind of like her position. Oh, a lot of these Roaches are going to get picked off. She does lose the third base. And that's a big problem. And that being said, Armani is going to be able to get a lot of Spore Crawlers. And he's going to be able to reinforce these Queens. Ooh, Burrow. Oh, I didn't even realize there's Burrow. Overseer will complete. We are going to see a gold base attempting to be taken by Scarlett. Armani, I don't know if he's got enough to move forward here. There are a lot of Mutas for Scarlett. She's up to 17 Mutas. And this is what I was looking for from Scarlett. She's going to go for the counterattack here. And the Roaches, there's not enough of them to deal with this many Lings. This is actually starting to look very good for Scarlett. She's going to find a ton of drones here. Roaches will be forced back out of the Nidus Worm. 8 drones going down. And all of a sudden, Armani, having used a lot of his drones for spores. Scarlett, she is so good in a situation like this. She knows how to counterattack, how to counterpunch. And this is actually a situation where the gold base is so much better because Armani has kind of committed to a siege of the natural. I was just going to say, I'd love to see a bunch of spine crawlers coming on down. Ooh, I like this from Scarlett as well. She is going to pick off one of the Nidus Worms. Spore crawlers, it's going to take them a while to move on forward. I think I'd love to see some Banelings as well. Honestly, double the number of spines here. Just go for an insane number of spine crawlers. Scarlett, she's going to come in for another counterattack once again. Ooh, the Roaches are going to find this base, but Scarlett, look at that immediately, as soon as it completes. Oh, Scarlett! She needs to pull those meters back. I think I'd like to see a Baneling morph, potentially. Roaches. Wow, this is going to put Armani into a very uncomfortable position. He doesn't actually have that. Well, he's got 12 Queens. That's a lot of Queens. Ooh, Spore Crawler will get taken on down. Does cost her a Muta, but that is still a nice pickoff. Zerglings. All the drones at this base do go down. This is so technical right now. Armani, he really can't push up this ramp, but Scarlett needs more spine crawlers. She really needs more spines. Ooh, she actually gets one of her Mutas hit by the Corrosive Bile, and of course the spine crawler does take some damage as well. Mutas are going to come in on over to this left side base. She's going to build some drones for this base. I would love to see her take, like, this hatchery or this hatch. Like, just very far away. At this point, I also think... I want to see her sack the natural, turtle the main base with a bunch of spine crawlers, and get her Mutas onto the map and just kill her opponent's base. Armani is getting ready to move more drones forward. We are going to see Scarlett starting to snipe some Ravagers. Look at that. Gets 3 Ravagers. Doesn't lose a Muta. Scarlett does have +2 on her Mutas. God, they're so good at fighting right now. We're going to see at least 1 drone going down. Ooh, the nice burrow right there, but it's not going to be enough. We'll lose all 3 of those Roaches. The problem is that more time that passes, the more transfuse energy gets built up. I really feel like Scarlett needs to sack this Nat. I think, right, at the very least, I think she needs to be ready to. The thing is, she wants enough money for, like, more spines, I think. And I think that's why the gold base is so valuable. We're going to see these roaches getting taken on out. All of them going to fall. Ooh, we're going to see an attempt to break up to the high ground, but he corrosive biles down one of his own spores. Second one will fall, and Scarlett's going to hold the ramp. These spines, God, they're so nicely positioned right here at the back. There we go. More spines coming on in. Scarlett, oh, she's going to drop a bunch more. This is such good decision-making from Scarlett under the gun. Zergling's going to get across the map. They're going to find 4 more drones. Armani's economy is just in such shambles right now. Spore Crawler will fall at this base. And Scarlett comes on home with more and more mutas. She's up to 32 plus 2 mutas. She's going to come in. She's going to find a couple of these queens. We'll get a lot of them. And I think she might have enough to break through. The roaches are going to try and move forward. But the transfuses are going to keep the spines alive. 4 more spines are about to finish. Armani, he was in such a good position. But GG is going to get called. Scarlett with the comeback. And she will not go quietly into the night. What a phenomenal comeback from Scarlett right there. Oh, these are the games. These are the games that we dream of. Keeping the NA hope alive. My goodness. What a phenomenal hold right there from Scarlett. Armani was in such a good position. But Scarlett able to hold on. We need some tea after that one. Soothe the throat. God, that was so well done. So well done right there. And now this effectively becomes a best of 3 as we head into Glittering Ashes. Now, on this map, you cannot hold the way that Scarlett did. There's no ramp at the natural. If this had been the second map, we'd be looking at a 2-0 scoreline for Armani. But at the same time, you got to take into account the mental toll that kind of a game has on Armani, whereas the kind of rejuvenation that gives to Scarlett coming back from basically a lost game. Basically a lost game. Well done by Scarlett. Incredible comeback. Muta good unit. Well played by the Muta player. Yeah, she had to make a ton of very, very correct decisions. Armani is in game. We will be getting ready for this game number 2. Sorry, game number 3. It's going to be game number 3. Man, that has to have been a stressful game. A very stressful game. I feel like these are the games that I actually am the most comfortable commentating. Because I actually feel like very confident in my knowledge. Very confident in my knowledge. Alright, Glittering Ashes. I wonder what we're going to see here. Armani's got to be very confident in his Lingbane micro at this point. Whereas Scarlett, I don't know. She did put herself into a really good position after a very scary attack. And then kind of got run over a little bit. And then, well, things got out of control from there. Here we go, spawning down in the bottom left position of Glittering Ashes. It is Shopify Rebellion's Scarlett. Evening the series at 1 apiece, and her opponent is Spawning up in the top right, representing the Afrika Freaks. He is Armani. Coming in for the 12 pool. Ooh. Will this get what it needs to done? And are we going to see a drone pull with this? Armani might just try and break Scarlett's momentum right out of the gate here. Yeah, keeping the mutas over the gold base was so well... It was just so smart from Scarlett. It really put her into just the greatest position that she could ask for. Okay. Oh, it is going to be a drone pull. Only... well, not only. But Armani's going to lead 4 drones mining minerals. That's actually quite a few. Normally it's 2 or 3. Leaving 4 is... Well, it's quite a bit. Will Scarlett get the scout on this? Armani, oh, he's going to see where the Overlord is. This is such a smart move on this map. Such a smart move. You can't see where this is coming from. Oh, and Scarlett's not going to be prepared at all for this. She's not going to be saving Larva. She's gone up to 20 drones. She's going up to 21 drones. Not even getting the Overlord. Oh, Armani, he's just going to win. He's just going to straight up win. Unless Scarlett gets a sneaky spine at the natural. Oh. But she's going to pull that drone back up in the main. And here comes 3 spines. Scarlett, she's going to start up her own spine. 2 spines, in fact. But Armani's going to wrap around behind and will deny one of those spines. Scarlett, oh, she will be able to find... Actually, that's kind of a good situation for her right there. A couple of the Zerglings and drones were not fighting. And as a result, Scarlett kind of forces Armani out into the open a little bit. And actually takes a really good fight to start things off. Does trap a couple of the Zerglings as well. Hold the phone. Armani botched the hell out of this. Oh my god, and now Scarlett's actually at a really great spot. She just needs to not die. The spines just need to be not allowed to go down to the natural. That being said, there is going to be 1 on the high ground. More Zerglings are being sent forward here. Scarlett, ooh, she's a little late to pull the drones. But she will get on top of this. Does actually pull the drones back into the main base. Oh, I love this from Scarlett. She's now got a spine on the high ground. It's going to be able to go after her opponent's spine. And she's got a transfuse available in a moment. Armani. Ooh, he is going to lose most of his drones. He's still got 3 Zerglings alive. 2 more reinforcing. Scarlett does drop the transfuse, but it's now double spine. And it's still going to be a little bit too much, I think, for Scarlett to handle. That being said, oh, Armani unburrows one of the spines. Scarlett, this is tough. She needed to stop one of those spines from burrowing. She needed to get a drone on top of it somehow. That being said, Armani, he is still only mining with 4 drones, and Scarlett does have a real economy. Scarlett needs to go as soon as the spawning pool dies. Oh, and there are the broodlings. She needs to make usage of these. They're going to do a great job tanking. She's got a lot of lanes out on the map. 1 spine, though, is tanking so much, and Scarlett, she is going to be forced to tap out. GG is called, and Armani puts himself up on qualification point for the TSL 8. Reminder that the winner of this makes it into the main tournament. Damn. So many tiny little instances can make the difference here. And now it's going to be Berlingrad for game number 4. God, ZvZ is so hyper aggro. It is so aggressive. Oh. Damn. And we're going to be getting into game number 4. Meanwhile, we've got Estrella and Sham on the bottom side there. I think if Scarlett had unburrowed that 1 spine and pulled it back as her 2... Okay, what she needed to do is as soon as the 2 spines burrowed for Armani, she needed to pull that spine away from the natural. Maybe she just goes down to the natural with her drones. Or sorry, pull it away from the ramp. But that's so difficult to make that call in the moment. You're like, oh man, I've got you know, I got a bunch of stuff going my way. Now's the time for me to fight. But it wasn't. It was not the time for her to fight. She needed to uproot that spine crawler for sure. All right, here we go. Can she bring it back? Spawning up at the top left, representing Shopify Rebellion. She is Scarlett. In the blue. And her opponent going with the 12-pool drone rush. It is a Freak of Freaks Armani. In the red, and he's going up to 17 drones. He's going to go for a gas first here. This is going to be... I think Armani's trying to blind counter a 12-pool. I think he's trying to blind counter a 12-pool drone pull from Scarlett. And, well, not going to be seeing that. That's not what we're seeing out of Scarlett. She is, she's not afraid. She's not afraid of Armani here. She says, you're the one all-inning me. You've all-in me in all 3 games that we've played. Why would I all-in you? You're going to come to me. Yeah, that's actually a very important thing to note. Of the 3 games that we've played so far, Armani has all-in Scarlett 4 times. The Hatch Tech Roach Ling Bane all-in game number 1. The Ling Bane all-in, which got a bunch of damage done and put Armani pretty ahead. Into the Queen Nidus all-in, which ultimately was held by Scarlett in game number 2. And then in game number 3, the 12-pool drone pull. 4 all-ins in 3 games. Now we are going to be seeing Armani turning this into an all-in once again. This is going to be a Ling Bane all-in. So you mine with gas enough to get the Baneling Nest. You pull one of the drones off, turn it into a Bane Nest. There'll be enough money, enough gas to build 4 Banelings as soon as that Baneling Nest completes. Well, technically it's 3, and then you're at like 23 gas by the time the Baneling Nest completes, or 19 to 23. We're going to see Scarlett. She will have to respect this quite a bit. Ooh, nice job. Does pull a drone, and just going to be barely enough to hold here without suffering a disadvantageous trade. Scarlett, she's going to continue to mine gas for quite a while. Will she go for a wall at the natural? Hold the phone. We actually see Armani adding on a couple more drones. Is this... Okay, no, this is going to be a very aggressive move. But he droned up a fair bit more than I expected him to. Scarlett will add on an Evo chamber here. She does have her Ling speed. We need to see a full wall from her. Like, for sure. Okay, there we go. There's the Banes morphing on in. Armani is still got enough for 3 more Banes. And there we go. There's the spot on the Zerglings. Scarlett, she's going to need to build a couple more buildings in the wall. I'd like to see a Roach Warren. It is not going to be quite a full wall, but it's very damn close. Ooh, +1 melee going to come in from Scarlett. Oh, she needs 3 wall behind us. We're going to see the Banelings detonate to kill the wall. I think I'd like to see that, but it's a little bit late. Armani. Oh, nice dodge from Scarlett right there. She manages to avoid losing all 4 of the Zerglings, but the Banelings, well, they're not going to be able to get through here, and Scarlett's going to hold. Both players did drone up a little bit behind us. Armani going to be going for a layer here. And a quick second gas. Is he going to try and go 2 base muta? If he does, Scarlett's in a very good position to potentially punish that. Oh, she actually canceled the +1 melee. Goes into +1 carapace. I don't know if I like that or not. We are going to see a spine crawler defensively. This is absolutely going to be an attempted 2 base muta from Armani. Oh, the Banelings are going to finish up. Okay. Oof. Scarlett manages to avoid running into absolute disaster. Honestly, seeing this would be a little bit confusing. God, Scarlett's got to be so careful. She kind of just face-checked that ramp when she knew that there were Banelings right there. Does force out one of the Banelings, kills it on off. Armani, though, already replacing that. Scarlett, yeah, she's going to go for 2 base muta of her own, and she's going to do it without building a spine crawler. Or Banelings, for that matter. But she does commit a lot of money to that carapace. This is why the +1 melee is... It's so much better. It synergizes with the mutas so much better. That being said, oh, our Scarlett, oh no! Oh god, she loses a lot of Zerglings right there. Not paying attention, pays the ultimate price. The mutas for Armani are going to be so much quicker than those of Scarlett's. Like, insanely quicker. Scarlett will have a much quicker third hatch, and right now the gas count is actually a lot in favor. Oh man, never mind. Okay, it's going to be roaches. Oh god, this is such a bad situation for Scarlett. She's trying to go roaches, but the... Okay, it's going to be roachinitis. Okay. Well, I like this a lot more then. Will she be able to break on through? She is getting roach speed. She does have that carapace completed, which is going to be so good against the mutas. The roaches are going to survive so much longer. Nice dodge on the baneling. Roaches are going to move forward. She's actually going to use the Nidus Worm to ferry the queens across. 5 queens on the map. They are going to be getting into this Nidus Worm. There is a fair bit of transfuse, and she can make some... Oh, the baneling does get an okay connection. Not amazing. Spine crawlers are not yet done yet. She can make some spores of her own. We are going to see one of the spines finishing on up. Actually, 2 of them finishing on up. The drones are trying to get the body block right here. There is a Nidus Worm into the main base from Scarlett. A lot of drones going to fall, but it will hold Scarlett in place, and the mutas are on out. But now the queens pop out of the Nidus Worm. They will keep it alive, at least temporarily. It's queen versus queen. It is regicide versus regicide, but I think Scarlett's got enough to break on through here. She's going to drop all of the transfuses on this one high-energy queen. She will get most of the mutas, actually. And the drones, they're not going to be enough here. Queens will get very, very low, but Scarlett, with her +1 carapace, her queens are staying alive for a very long time. Only 2 mutas survive. The spines try and reposition. It's not going to be enough. Armani, he is at 1/3 of his opponent's supply, basically. And Scarlett, she can just keep pushing. She's got roach speed. She's going to get this Nidus Worm rebuilt. She's on 3 hatcheries. And we are going to be seeing a game number 5 almost definitely. Yeah, Armani, he is going to be forced to tap out. GG is called. Very well played by Scarlett, and we're going to an ace match. Oh, thank you very much, Ragmuffin, for the 15 USD. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. As I've said many a time, I am trying to make this my full-time gig, so I really appreciate the support. Thank you so much. And I hope everyone is enjoying this crazy series as we get into Hardwire for game number 5. Winner of this one makes it into the TSL 8. Loser will have to go through the lower bracket, where apparently Estrella and Cham are still battling it out in the lower bracket. Skilless and Nightmare are going toe-to-toe as well. I think we're almost guaranteed. Well, actually, that's not true. Armani could beat most of the Protoss players in the lower bracket. Actually, so can Scarlett. But we're guaranteed a lot of PvP and PvZ in that lower bracket. McQueen, I don't want it. Any Game of Thrones memers in the chat? God damn, what an incredible series so far. So much aggro. Imagine if they both 12-pulled game 5. All right, here we go. Spawning up in the top right of Hardwire, representing Shopify Rebellion. It is Scarlett in the blue. And her opponent, spawning down in the bottom left, it is the Afrika Freaks Armani in the red. And both players are not going to be going for any crazy aggression just yet. They're both going to be going up to 16 drones, and they will both go for that 16 hatch, it would seem. By the way, if it's your first time here, you haven't done so already, would really appreciate a follow. Scarlett says, hey, get the hell out of my way, cleaning bot. And she actually is forced to kill that off. Hey, thank you very much, Ragmuffin. I appreciate that. I don't like the... Yeah, no. Well, I thought the carapace was going to be... I thought she was going mutas. I thought that's... But it was an anti-muta build. And the carapace is actually perfect for that. The roaches, the queens, the drones... I mean, the drones not so much, but the roaches, the queens stay alive so much longer. Even the Zerglings. Hey, thank you very much, Tater2, for the gifted sub to M Bishop 1977. Thank you very much. Yes, I misjudged what she was going to do. No, I thought she was going to go for Mutas. So, yes, no, in the context of going for a Roach Queen, Nidus all-in, such a good decision to go for the Carapace. And that's on me. I should be making that read. Especially since it literally happened in game 2 in the other direction. God, whoever loses this one, that is going to be kind of exhausting. That is going to be kind of exhausting because you now have to go down and wait for like an hour and just stew over how you were one map away from qualifying. That's just going to be something that's just in your head. You're just going to be like, ugh. Are you kidding me? Yeah, the Nidus Worm, if the Nidus Worm had been denied, her going straight for the main base, by the way, is so insane. It is very crazy. It is very, very aggressive going for the main base with the Nidus Worm. We are going to see Armani. He gets a 29 supply third hatch, which is so funny. I don't know why. Yeah, cleaning bots were a mistake. They should not be... they don't technically... They're not supposed to block buildings, and they're supposed to get out of the way, but they actually will stay there for a little bit. Ooh, once again, Scarlett going to go for a very quick Evo chamber, no Baneling Nest. Whereas Armani, he is going to go for that Baneling Nest again, and we did see some very, very strong Ling Bane aggression from Armani in game number 2. And this is not like the game 4 Baneling aggression, Ling Bane, where it was 2 base versus 2 base, and Scarlett could just, you know, turtle her 2 bases. Scarlett's playing this pretty greedy. Like, honestly, very greedy. We are going to see the Queens getting deflected here. She is going to go for another very fast Carapace. Oh, man, if I'm Armani and I see this wall... He sees the Evo chamber. He sees no Bane Nest. I'm getting very aggressive. I'm getting very aggressive is what I'm doing. Oh. He's not going to, though. He's going to throw down his own Roach Warren. Scarlett checks. I love this. She checks on the third base drone count. Wants to see if any drones were built. Very good decision. Scarlett does see more Zerglings of her opponent. Armani. Ooh, Scarlett. Not going to be able to get that queen. She needs to get more information right now. She is going for a lair. Armani going to be doing the same. Actually, Armani droning up a whole hell of a lot. And Scarlett may be able to get away with skipping that Baneling Nest. It is certainly looking that way, at least. That being said... Is Scarlett's not going to go for another Nidus all-in with this, is she? Because against an opponent... Oh, man, she's building a lot of Zerglings. She's going to try and defend. Ooh, the Roaches are out, though. They can target fire down Banes. Baneling Morph coming in from Armani. Or Scarlett does not have an Overlord. Oh, this is a huge mistake. It is so important to have Overlords spotting the entry points to your bases. Oh, man, Scarlett. She's going to see this, but she's not going to pull the drones. This is going to be a lot of dead drones. 7 of them going down. And now Armani. Oh, man. He is so far ahead in this game. Scarlett, she's going to try and get on in here. She does have Carapace completed. God, that was a huge, huge blunder right there for Scarlett. She tries to put some pressure on with the Roaches. She does force Armani to build a lot of Roaches defensively, and she will be able to rebuild her drones. But that was a big connection. Ooh, Scarlett, though, is going to go for a Spire here. Roach Ling Ravager, Ling Bane into Roach Ling Bane. Sorry, Ling Bane into Ling Roach Ravager into Spire is a classic beginning of Legacy of the Void move. Hey, thank you very much, Elaz, 420 for the Tier 1 at 2 months. Oh, that Carapace. Keeping a lot of Zerglings alive right there. Scarlett, she is going to... Oh, man, she actually cancels +1 missile. And will... Oh, my God. It's like Armani knew where it was. Oh, never mind. He's got double Overseer. Armani's +1 missile is very, very late comparatively to Scarlett's. Scarlett with some nice stutter step will take down that Overseer. Overseer's not cheap. It is Overlord's speed completing as well. And Armani's going to check back in here for this Spire. Scarlett is going to take a 4th base. So is Armani, but Armani taking it in a, I would say, more defensible location. Oh no, there were roaches in position. Scarlett, she's not going to respond again. Oh, but Armani not controlling the Banelings could have gotten a lot more damage. Still gets 5 drones. Could have been so much worse. Could have been so much worse. And it is going to be 12 mutas. Ooh, Armani, he is going to scout back in here. I love that he went for the speed Overseer. Sees the mutas popping on out. And he is building Hydras. He's building 7 spores. He's building the Hydra range upgrade. Now, I will say Hardwire is a really good map for Ling Bane run-bys. There's a lot of options, a lot of places that you can sneak in. And Scarlett does have herself set up for that. Ooh, she's going to be able to pick off a couple of Overlords right here. Despite the Overlord speed, one of them will go down. I think she's going to get both. Yeah, a bit of a mistake from Armani, leaving those hanging. Meanwhile, Scarlett, ooh, she loses a Muta. Yeah, loses a Muta going for one of those queens. She is going to be going mass Muta, by the way. Oh, Armani coming in for a scout once again. God, so good. We do see a couple of drones getting picked off by some Lings. These are 1-1 Lings. Oh, and Armani sees the Baneling speed. That is such a nice find right there for Armani, seeing that. Scarlett, she's adding on 11 more drones. Is she going to try and go up into a hive? I think she actually already needs to start going into a hive and lurkers of her own. She will try and sneak some Banes in on the right side. There is +2 melee coming on in. She's going to find one of these spores. The problem is, like, lurkers are just so good at fighting everything Zerg has on the ground. And spores, queens, hydras, vipers, they will absolutely shred the mutas. The mutas are, of course, the problem. But once those are shut down, you need something that fights the lurkers on the ground, and there's just nothing. There's just nothing that can efficiently fight them. Oh man, hold the phone. 15 drones just went down. What just... Hello? Did I miss Banelings running by? I must have. How? What? Where did they just come from, and where did they go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Baneling's going to morph in on this base. There aren't lurkers burrowed just yet. God, Scarlett, she wants so desperately to find an opening. She does have +1 fire attacks finishing. There's no ground carapace. That's something that's going for her. Oh, God, these lurkers not being burrowed. They are going to burrow, but it's, well, actually not late. Oh, 13 drones going down. And now we're going to see more and more of these Banes rolling in here. They will not quite kill the lurker. But the Overseer and the Mutas will be able to finish it on off. 16 drones do go down. We're seeing Vipers starting to hit the field, though. One of them is in production. 2 more are on the way. We're going to see Scarlett killing off this base. And the Banelings actually getting a pretty good detonation. It does take down all of, well, the frontline lurker and gets a couple of Overlords as well. You know, Scarlett, she's making schmoves happen. And once again, it's +3 missile, no carapace. So if the mutas can avoid the static defenses and avoid the parasitic bombs, they're going to clean up the Hydras very effectively. They do need to get their +2 flyer attacks, though. Okay, there comes the Vipers. Scarlett just going to let the Roaches die. Not exactly the best usage of them, but she also has not a whole lot of supply. Like, she's maxed out. She actually wants to get rid of those Roaches as much as anything. Killing off the 4th base was really nice. She's going up to a 5th base. We do have the... Ooh, sees the timing of the hive. If he was looking there and saw that that just started, that's a really, really big tell. Meanwhile, we are going to see the mutas coming on in. They will take down the spores. This is going to cost them 4 mutas for just 3 spores. That being said, this does open up the options for Scarlett a little bit. But, I mean, resources lost. That's so expensive. That's 800 resources for, even if you include the cost of the drone, just 325 minerals. 400 minerals, 400 gas for 75 minerals. Ooh, Scarlett, though, she is going to... Nope, not. She's not going to find this. The Hydras are in position, and in fact, it will cost her an Overseer, and I think even a Muta, too. Scarlett is adding on that +2 flyer attacks. Oh, she is going to find a couple of drones. Wow, actually 5 drones, and might get a Nile on that base. No, not quite. Lingbane getting ready to try and run on in here. The problem is, as Armani gets closer and closer to maxing out, Scarlett faces a more and more dire threat. She's going to have Hive complete. +1, or Adrenal Glands. Ooh, Adrenal Glands and Ultralisk Cavern going to finish up immediately. God, oh, don't even try, Scarlett. She loses, I think, 1, almost 2 mutas for that. Only gets the single spore. Oh, Parasitic Bomb. Nope. Honestly, I wouldn't even mind an Abductor, too. Killing a muta is very big. Like, it's very expensive for Scarlett. So, what you can theoretically do, if you know your opponent's going to attack into you... Oh, hold the phone. The Hydra's getting caught off of creep, but they will be able to escape back to the safety of the lurkers. Scarlett, God, she's trying so desperately to find openings, but she just can't. There's Adaptive Talons and Seismic Spines done here. Chitinous Plating should start up as soon as possible. Oh, man. The scouting from Armani has been so insanely good. You see 4 Ultras on the way. We've got Adrenal Glands. We've got +3 melee coming on down. Scarlett, she is going to pick off... She's going to pick off a couple of drones, but once again, she's now up to 18 mutas that have gone down. And resources lost is really starting to swing hard into her opponent's favor. The problem is, she just can't really deal with the lurkers. And there's 13 lurkers with 3 more in production. Honestly, I wouldn't mind... Oh, there's the Parasitic Bomb. Scarlett, though, with a great split right there, immediately peels the 1 muta away. She does send it back in, but then she peels it away again. This static... Oh, I love this. I love this from Armani. I would love it a lot more if it was a tight wall, but this is so great. The Great Wall of Evo. Oh, okay, I'm super on board with this. Zerglings into the main. Yo, let's go, Scarlett. Oh my god, she's not going to do Ultralisk drop Harass, is she? Which Overlord is it in? Yo, there's no way. That would be the coolest, most baller thing ever. Is she going to try and Bane drop on top of the Hydras? Scarlett needs to bait her opponent out of the main base. But actually, hold the phone. If she finds all of these Hydras with her Ling Bane... Oh my god, this is crazy. Ultralisk drop Harass! Oh, which Overlord is it in? Joke's on you, it's all of them! Oh my god, Scarlett! With the coolest move that's going to be so expensive. And may or may not... The thing is, the Overlords will drop the Ultras out immediately. Oh my god, imagine this! Those Hydras, they're like, what the hell is happening? Scarlett's going to try and get in on top of the Hydras. The Spores are shredding the mutas in the sky, though. But Scarlett winning the style points in big ways. The Banelings connected on top of the Hydras. And now the Ultras, they are going to find a lot of these units. But is this enough? I don't think so just yet, Scarlett. She's adding on 6 more Ultras. She's going to go after the Hive. If she can snipe the Hive, she can go after the Vipers. But we are going to see the Parasitic Bomb getting dropped. Scarlett needs to split away. Does split one of those mutas. 2 of the mutas. 3 of the mutas. Very well done from Scarlett. I think she only lost like 3 mutas there. Meanwhile, we do have Roaches coming in trying to take out Scarlett's... What is that? Her 7th base? Yeah, it is. Ultras. Oh, man. Scarlett with the actual game-winning Ultralisk drop Harass. Have you ever seen it? She's got so many resources in the bank. She's adding on more and more Ultras. And here comes the big all-in push from Armani. And it is all in. Make no mistake. Scarlett, she just needs to deal with this. She just needs to clean it up. But there are 3 parasitic bombs available and a lot of Hydras. God, she needs to get the biggest flank on this army ever. Oh, this one's for all the marbles. Winner advances on to the next round. Loser drops to the lower bracket. God, that's so many lurkers. That is 9 lurkers. Oh, +3 Carapace is going to get denied. We are going to see the Ultras trying to come on in here. Parasitic Bomb is going to get dropped, but the lurkers are going to get shredded by those Ultras. You never see this, but it's going to work from Scarlett. We are going to see her lose a lot of the mutants, but the Parasitic Bomb expires. Look at the bloodbath. Scarlett's going to come up the ramp. She is going to be able to take down all the Hydras, and she knocks Armani down to 100 supply. The greatest ZvZ fight of all time. Don't even at me. 13 Ultras on the Remax, and Scarlett still has a bank. She's going to lose 22 drones, but all that does is equalize the worker count, and Armani is broke as a joke. I can't believe that worked. The Ultralisk drop Harass, killing the Hive. Just what the doctor ordered. And now she's going to find this base. There's only 1 lurker burrowed. The other ones will burrow on up. But this is going to be, well, this is going to be a retreat forced out of Armani. Scarlett has not won this yet, but she's coming in with more Ultralisk drop Harass. Scarlett, she's going to find the lurker den. She's going to find the Hydra den. The lair has been rebuilt, but that will be no more Hydras for a little bit of time. No infestation pit, which means no more Hive rebuild and no more Vipers. There are still 2 Vipers on the map, but Scarlett, she is finding a lot of her opponents' weakened units. That being said, oh, she's still got to be so careful. So many Ultras running over a ton of lurkers. This could still turn badly for Scarlett so easily. But the Brood Lords could be the nail in the coffin. This is unprecedented StarCraft. I have never seen this. I have honestly never seen a situation like this. Ultras always get destroyed by lurkers. Scarlett, she is still trying to make it happen, but I don't know. This is going to be so tough. Armani's going to try and reposition lurkers towards this base. Scarlett wants to get some Banelings in on top of the drones. We'll be able to get a huge connection. 14 of the drones go down, but there are still some well-entrenched lurkers. However, the Ultras, there's so many of them. Scarlett swarming. I am the swarm, says the Queen of Psyblades. And she is going to take down another base. 21 drones going down. This is looking incredible for Scarlett. 9 Corruptors on the field. She's back up to 68 drones. Armani is so out of money. This is insane. And Armani comes in for his 50th Overseer Scout of the game. Scarlett, she's rebuilt this Evo chamber. She's getting +3 Carapace. She's going to try and move through. She just wants to kill the hatch. Just kill the hatch and get on out. Or don't lose all your Ultras. That's also a good move. The Brood Lords should be the final nail in the coffin. There are only 10 Hydras on the map. Of course, Abduct can pull Brood Lords into this. Look at that. The snipe coming in on the Hydra den. Scarlett is going to try and go after the Hive. Will she get it? No, she won't. But she's going to come in and snipe drones with those Ultras. Unbelievable stuff coming out of the Queen of Blades. +1 Flyer Carapace. She is heading up to all upgrades here. How many Overseers have gone down for both players? By the way, 24 Ultras and 49 Mutants have gone down to 26 Lurkers, 67 Hydras. Here comes the last bastion of desperation. Oh, but the Brood Lords, 2 of them are going to get denied, I think. However, Scarlett, she's got +3 attack on these Brood Lords. We are going to see Armani waiting for the Brood Lords to spawn before he will drop the Abducts, but it's not going to be in time. There's so many Brood Lords and Broodlings. Ultras do not want to come in from just one angle. Abducts are going to come in, will take down the Broodlords, a couple of them, but it's not going to be enough. Parasitic Bomb will do well. You can't escape it, but it's not enough damage to kill this off. And Scarlett, she's going to try and come in. She's going to flank the Lurkers. They're pot unburrowed. They will burrow up very quickly. Those adaptive talons are so good, but is it going to be enough? I don't think so. Scarlett, she's doubling her opponent's supply. Armani, 32 workers, 50 army supply. 64 workers for Scarlett, 100 army supply. 5 more Broodlords coming on down. Can she make this happen? She just needs to take this down, but you abduct into Spore Crawlers. That is a dead AF Broodlord right there. Corruptor will go down as well. There's so many spores for Armani. Scarlett, she is still trying to make this happen. Another Spore Crawler going down. 52 Zerglings in production. Scarlett can outrange these spores. The Broodlords hit like a truck. The Broodlings hit like 2 trucks. But the Abduct is a dead Broodlord, every single one that comes on through. But Armani, he doesn't have the energy. And with that, GG is going to get called, and Scarlett will advance on. Qualifies for TSL 8. Do you believe in miracles? An NA player makes it into the finals, makes it into the group, makes it into the tournament. Unbelievable. Scarlett, what a game over Armani to qualify into the main event. She didn't play in the first 8 qualifiers. And in qualifier number 9, makes it through on home turf with a stunning victory over Armani.